Today we are discussing IPSEC VPNs. Actually, this is the topic for the configuration of the next lecture. Let's start with this. This is Hafiz Muhammad Bilal. Topics to cover: definition of IPSEC, what does it provide, protocols to use, IPSEC phases. Next lecture. In the definition, we say that IPSEC is a suite of protocols used to protect IP packets. It's actually the collection of protocols and algorithms used to protect IP packets. But what does it provide? It provides generally confidentiality through encryption, data integrity through hashing and HMAC, authentication through pre-share key or digital signatures. Protocols to use. A few protocols to use inside IPSEC. Number one, ESP and authentication header AH. The primary methods for implementing IPSEC. These two protocols can do many parts of IPSEC except main part, which is encryption. ESP will be used in our configuration in next lecture, but note for this, ESP is better than AH. We will use ESP in our configurations. The next thing is DES, triple DES, AES. These are three encryption methods most commonly used. DES, it's a weak encryption method. Triple DES, it's a better one than DES. AES, it is the best of all these two. AES is the best option we will use in our configuration. The next one is MD5 and SHA. These are hashing techniques. I should say SHA is better option we will use in our configurations. PSK and RSA. These are used for authentication, pre-share key and digital signatures. Pre-share key will be used in our configuration for authentication purpose. Key management refers to modular size or length of the key. Diffie-Hellman group, DH group will be used. Group 1, group 2 or group 5. Let me tell you what is group 1. Group 1 is 768 bits of length. Group 2 is 1024 bits of length. And group 5 is 1536 bits of length. So more is better. That's why we are using group 5 in our configuration. We are having other groups as well, just like 14 or 24, 15 and 16, 19 or 20. But we are using group number 5 in our configurations. As I have mentioned before, IPSEC is having phases. So IPSEC is using two phases to establish. In first step, it gets secured the tunnel. In IC phase 1, phase 1 negotiate the pair with 5 parameters. Number 1, hash. As I have mentioned, in hashing we will use SHA. The next one is authentication. In authentication we are using pre-share key. The next one is group number. So Diffie-Hellman group number 5, which is generating symmetrical keys for IC. The next one is lifetime. Mostly it is used in between 1 second to 1 day, but we are using 3600 seconds, means 1 hour. How long until this IC phase 1 tunnel should be torn down. Encryption is the fifth one. So we are using the best encryption technique, that is AES, and that will be 256 bits. You will see in the configuration, normally I have created a shortcut for this that is called Haggle. HAGLE, H for hashing, A for authentication, G for group, L for lifetime, E for encryption. In phase 2 the channel is further secure for the transfer of data between networks. IC phase 2 uses the keys that were established in phase 1 of the process and the IPSEC crypto profile. Let's see IC phase 2. It creates transform set of protocols for further security. We are using two sets. One is ESP AES. As I have mentioned before that ESP is better than AH, authentication header. So we are using in combination ESP and AES. And ESP with SHA HMAC. These two will be used. In the next lecture, I will configure IPSEC site to site step by step. Subscribe and keep learning. Thank you.